them a little more proactively, they could have contributed to even keeping our processes simpler.
Here in our environment, cost we are already seen as a low cost area. So yes, there are cost savings, but how much is it going to be? So I think our key selling point has to be efficiencies. Right? So I can save costs, but at the cost, not at the cost of efficiency. The other challenge is cultural. We are used to an environment where most people have the support systems around them, because it's an environment where if you have a remote support system, it may not work. It may not be reliable, right? You need reliability. So you have a support system around you which ensures reliability and accuracy. Now suddenly you're telling somebody that remove the support system. You are concerned with the service. So it's not a person, it's the service. And that is the cultural change.
Throughout the day, delegates attending the summit got a chance to interact with the new crop of HR shared services providers in India. The providers gave one-on-one demonstrations of their softwares and services to prospective clients. The final session of the day invited heavyweights of the HR fraternity. Speaking to a packed audience, the CXOs of India's most valued companies took the conversation forward to deliberate on how HR can truly inculcate values of leadership and life skills amongst employees, creating a more holistic work environment.
The pharma company was performed extremely well, but every now and then comes and throws unreasonable tantrum. To be able to confront that individual, to put him in his place, in the larger interest of discipline in the organization, in the largest interest of professionalism in the organization, requires courage. Your CEO is certainly hell-bent on doing something which is contradictory to the ethos of the company, is against the long-term interest of the organization, but for whatever reason, the CEO on that particular day has made up his mind to go in the self-destructive path, both for himself and the company, to be able to stand up to that CEO saying, look, you think this is not in the interest of the company. It requires both character, confidence and courage.
I think the important characteristics for whether it's an HR person or a marketing person or anybody who has an idea, who has conviction and courage, is to also understand that in the pragmatic world, he must have the tact and diplomacy to be able to put across a very harsh point and put across a point of difference. That's a skill that is required more than sheer audacious courage.
We had a wonderful discussion. People expressed their experiences on conflicts that they have when it comes to taking a courageous decision. My personal point of view was that it's not just the CHRO alone, but even the CEO and the senior management of the company, which has a responsibility to create an environment of encouraging people to be courageous and to speak their mind, because not enough for somebody to just be courageous. The second thing that I mentioned was the fact that one thing is to be courageous, and the other thing is to have the pragmatic approach to know how to put across your point to somebody who is not agreeing and somebody who is vastly senior to you. Is a skill that needs to be developed. It's part of, it's there everywhere in the world. You tell that to a king, you tell that to a prime minister, you tell that to a CEO, you tell that to your father. And it's a skill that has to be developed.
Truly, HR shared services are just waiting to take off in India, and we only expect positive changes for all stakeholders. That's all we have for you. Thanks for watching.